Hello everyone, my name is Michael Bushman and welcome back to Reverse 1999. We're here on the epilogue of Chapter 7 and it seems it's going to just be a collection of stuff that I have to read out. Given the way this thing is formatted, or it could be voiced, who the hell knows. I have never been in here in this what they call the curtain call chapter of Chapter 7, and let me tell you guys, I actually did it right by just recording Chapter 5 onwards, because from all of the research that I've done, the first 4 chapters of this game were quite rough. The devs didn't really know how this game was gonna go, and now that it has found its success, well, it's now what it is today. And without further ado, let's see who our first conversationalist is. The long journey wears you down. It's only your force of will that has carried you this far. But the rockin' pirate is still filled to the brim with energy. She finds a smooth, flat rock that still holds some warmth from the sun, taking a seat before raising her drink in a toast toward the horizon. The last can of Dr. Pepper rests beside her.
Ah, that's the stuff. Nothing beats a Dr. Pepper after saving the day.
Okay, thankfully, it's voiced. So, did I blow my microphone there? Wait, wait, how are my settings here? I think they're fine. Okay, there we go. If I sounded a little off, probably due to the settings of this thing. It can be a little finicky at times, but there it is. Thankfully, it's voiced, so I don't have to expose you guys to the my reading. So.
What? Are you worrying about other things? We just took down Arcana and snagged the storm immunity. Why not kick back for a minute, mate? The best bit about this whole thing is I ended up with 2 ships in one day.
That is the thing that's going to make Regulus in particular really happy.
Let's treat ourselves to fizzy drinks and get all puffed up today.
I will actually take the last can of Dr. Pepper. I mean, I would take coffee because I'm more of a coffee drinker, but why wouldn't you celebrate? There's no earthly reason to decline such a kind offer.
Tavertin!
It's a fine respite. As she said, there's nothing stopping you from enjoying the refreshing flavor of the bubbling soft drinks. Do you think I have to go? Thanks for the Dr. Pepper. What does the Great Rockin' Pirate think of this voyage? We'll ever make it back to our own time? Oh, right, because Vertin and Regulus are, I think, from the same time period. But I think, knowing Regulus, she'll probably not care too much. She's more of a living in the moment kind of person. So let's go with the first choice.
Aside from my sinking ship? Not too shabby. Plenty of adventures, surprises, and treasures. The only problem? This bloody island. So many rules! Can't even eat beans without getting a lecture. What's with the Abraxas biting people? Don't they understand that rules are made to be broken? No way people this obstinate could ever write good lyrics. Can you imagine? 6 spitting rhymes. I'm dead.
I would actually want to hear 6 do a rap battle with you, Regulus. They probably can do it too, because technically rapping is just, counting in a very musically rhythmical manner, if that sentence made sense.
But let's be honest, that last meal was absolutely smashing. They went out with a bang, didn't they?
Yeah, in a way.
Striding into the storm to prove their beliefs? How cool was that? I was half tempted to join them, but I reined it in. Not today. This rockin' pirate will never suffer the same fate of those number crunchers. Because my grand finale will be the one that rocks the world, mate.
Well, I have to go. Thanks for the Dr. Pepper.
Glad you enjoyed that. If you ever want more Dr. Pepper, I'm here for you.
A genius has decided to take leave behind her orderly and familiar realm to dive into the chaotic currents of a new world. She stands on the beach, lost in her thoughts, the waves gently lapping at her feet. I will stand right beside her, because she probably already knows that I was there.
Curtin?
Hi. She notices your arrival, but her eyes are still fixed on the sea. See, even if I did try to get her attention by tapping her on the shoulder, she will already know that I was there.
What's wrong? I'm calculating the perfect time to set sail.
So what do you plan to do when you leave the island?
This question is unresolved. The outside world is too murky. Too distant from the essence, my mind becomes clouded and dull, limiting the power of my arcane skills. But maybe I can take it on as a new project. Make this murky world clean again.
That is both a very noble cause and somewhat frightening coming from you.
I think it will be a lot of fun.
Look at her clapping those hands. She's such a precious little child.
Sophia will love it too, if she comes back.
Don't worry, we'll get your girlfriend back one of these days. Well, I should get going then.
I think we'll meet again soon.
That 768 nautical mile flight was barely a warm-up for the pilot and her trusty broom. Perched at the highest point on the island, she takes a moment to fully savor her most recent flight. She takes a deep swig from a canteen before shaking her head. Lilia, please don't get drunk. We still need to go home.
Hey, Vertin! Come drink with me.
Okay, maybe.
Only kids like Regulus drink soda. You should get used to vodka.
I'm underage too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sheesh. You were never the model student, but now you sound like one.
Because she has responsibilities now, Lilia.
If you're not into drinking holy water, at least chat with me, or the joy of drinking will be lost.
So, heard anything from Xena?
Zeno? It's a party over there. They've been wanting to erase Arcana from existence since 1999.
I mean, yeah, after what happened with, yeah. We'll probably get to that one of these days, but I've only just ending on Chapter 7, and I still have 2 events to go through before we finally get to Chapter 8, so... Oh boy, can't wait to get to that point in the story.
And they finally did. The bomb flattened the entire military base, leaving nothing behind. The authorities have officially confirmed her death. Now everyone in Xena is celebrating the victory. There was a commendation ceremony. Even the dogs were honored with medals. But accolades mean nothing to me, so here I am, talking to you.
I should get going. Thank you, Lilia.
Пока! Maybe you can join me for another ride sometime. Not like the last time when you were sick, but in an actual air fight.
Right, you were the one... Oh god, yeah. So that happened in an earlier chapter. I don't think I was recording at the time, so yeah. That's something for you guys to find out. The little lady is trudging along the beach, dragging a suitcase stuffed to the brim behind her. She rarely travels with much luggage, usually preferring to tuck everything into her dress. You can't help but wonder what she could have brought along that would be worth all this trouble.
Is there a gentleman who can help me?
If you can travel around with a dress that ridiculous, Sotheby, I don't think you need any help.
Oh, it's Vertin! Hooray! Could you act the part of a gentleman and help me carry this suitcase?
I mean, Vertin probably could.
What's in it?
The moving pictures of Typhon I chose for my new island friends, including Typhon and the Auto Island, Typhon and the Pegasus, Typhon and the battle against Jupiter. All are perfect gifts for new friends. I know what you're worrying about, but don't worry. Miss Moisson approved my request, so I asked the Foundation to make copies for everyone. Even though she said something like, no copyright issues in this time and year. Is copying not right in this era? Typhon never cared about such details when sharing with friends.
Jesus Christ, Sotheby, you don't know copyright law? Oh, you poor sweet innocent baby. You notice strips of black plastic peeking out from her suitcase. They appear to be film reels.
Could you carry the suitcase for me? Bless your heart.
I didn't even say yes.
Of course. Leave it to me.
Okay, Vertin, fine. Take my words out of your mouth, Jesus Christ. It's better not to expose the films to open light. Yeah, that's like film reel care 101. You take the case in your only free hand.
Thanks again, Vertin. Say, do you happen to know of any dark and empty rooms?
Also, film reel care 101.
We can enjoy Typhon's moving pictures on a wall there with our new friends.
So how have things been in the Foundation?
Thank you for asking, Vertin. Everyone at the Foundation may look tough, but they're all really friendly. You see, they only asked for 500,000 Sharpodontes as the compensation for turning the Foundation building into a treehouse.
Only 500,000, Sotheby?
500,000. Can you believe it? That's not even worth a dragon's heart. I have a feeling the so-called compensation was just a gesture to alleviate my guilt. They were too considerate to embarrass a lady.
Yeah, you know, if you guys don't know, Sotheby is from an ultra-rich family, and yeah, that's why she can throw around money like there's no tomorrow.
How chivalrous they were. Besides, I also got acquainted with the great Miss Buanish. She is a lovely lady who has been guiding me through the foundation. I would have loved to hold a ball to show my appreciation, but Mr. Carson told me that if a lady always responds with, "I need to think about it," then her answer is no. Perhaps she's not into balls. Have you known Miss Buanish for long, Vertin? Could you possibly share her interest with me?
You can leave Typhon to me.
I knew it, Vertin. You must really enjoy lugging suitcases around.
Also, love the fact that the conversations that Vertin can have with the characters in this epilogue, it's basically just Vertin, you know, being, I guess, after everything that has happened, she's just a little too tired to hold really long conversations with everyone, so she just immediately changes the topic if in case the character goes on for too long, and Sotheby can yap if left unattended. The druid is taking a stroll through the war-torn woods. She rests her hand on the scarred trunk of an olive tree, intently listening to its quiet whispers in the wind.
A beautiful morning to you, Verdin. As you described, this is a forest worth looking forward to. Branches of the trees are arranged in a perfect pattern, showing a sense of harmony and unity. I can see the gentle and caring nature of the guardian of the forest.
That is high praise.
Indeed. All branches follow the same pattern and grow in the same way. The edges of squares give rise to triangles, and the edges of triangles give rise to squares. I may not be familiar with this trimming style, but I can hear the trees humming with joy.
That pattern is called the Pythagoras tree.
I have heard of this Pythagoras. He was a mathematician. Little did I know that his theorem could be expressed on trees. My respects to the sagacity of the ancients.
So, have you been keeping up?
I am grateful for your concern, Verdin. I am well. The Foundation did not make it hard for me to repair the square. Instead, they collected data on the potential damage that the proliferating plants could cause to the Foundation's infrastructure. They also thoroughly examined the growth potions made by Miss Sotheby. So it seems our next protest will need a new strategy. It won't be as easy.
I should get going, Vertin. Have a good one.
I would love to talk to the trees again. They are delightful. Farewell for now.
A lady sits in front of the IDM, her expression emotionless. She places a hand on her face, her fingers carefully running over her cheeks as if they were unfamiliar. For a brief moment, you can't quite place who she is. You recognize the metal torso and limbs, but the face is unfamiliar.
Nice to meet you, Timekeeper.
Oh! What the hell is Lucy doing here?
I have intended to visit you, but training interfered. Forgive me for meeting you like this instead.
Training?
Yes, training. I was instructed to leave Laplace and go on a vacation. Just as I was wondering where and how I was going to accomplish this task, Madame Z recommended your suitcase. So I prepared this spare body for easier communication with the members in your suitcase. Considering the presence of underage individuals, I opted for a softer material. Hopefully, they will be comfortable with the temperature of my metal. As for my training, it is to master the art of resting.
So this is why Lucy always says her long-term mission is to rest. Because since she left Laplace, she's basically just going to wander about, and so that's how she ended up with Vertin's team.
I would like to inquire, how does one define the concept of resting?
It's when you focus on keeping yourself in good shape. I'll catch up with you later. I guess resting is when you stop working for a while. The second one doesn't seem good.
Apologies for the interruption, Timekeeper. This is a paradox. My work has ordered me to rest. If I were to stop working, then I would have to stop resting too. Please provide an alternative suggestion.
Jesus Christ, Lucy. Right. I keep forgetting I'm dealing with an AI, basically, so let's see what happens. Vertin's just, I'm a little too tired for this shit right now, Lucy. I'll just catch up with you later and we can discuss it then.
See you soon, Timekeeper. Remember, we still need to complete the resting plan.
The IDM has completed its mission, but its screen is still lit. Someone is still on the line.
It's a 7-letter word. The second letter is A and the third letter I.
Okay, now I'm wondering where the hell we are and why every one of these characters are here. So, this is either just a dream sequence and it's just the story, you know, tying up loose ends, quote-unquote, or they're literally all inside Vertin's suitcase right now after all of the stuff that has happened in the past 3 chapters have basically concluded.
Failure, jailing, painful. No, not these. Open your mind.
What about Rainbow?
Good one. Then the 6 is O, the start of opportunity. Wait, who's talking? There is no one around me. Is the IGM talking? Are you an awakened one?
This is Vertin speaking.
The Timekeeper? I was so relaxed I forgot to check the microphone.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Enigma. Loosen up, man. You're so high-strung all the time.
Most of the staff is preparing funerals for the deceased. If you have anything to say, I'll pass it on.
How's Laplace been since Lucy's gone?
She dumped a mess on Ulrich and I.
Well,
The research team will become its own department and focus on studying the equilibrium umbrella. And Ulrich and I are going to head it. Once he's done with his hunger strike, we'll have to decide who's going to be in charge of all the boring stuff Madame Lucy couldn't be bothered to deal with. Stuff like politics, getting along with people, and working with other organizations. I must say that Laplace is being overly technocentric here. They couldn't find anyone else to head the department, except for this unsociable researcher, and this awakened thing that can't even show emotions like a normal person. The social scene at Laplace is going to be a disaster.
And very interesting, honestly. I'll leave you to your puzzles then.
So were you just here for small talk? I was told it would help with my resocialization. Thanks.
The Dream Builder stands perfectly still by the sea, unaware of her surroundings. A stack of gilded white umbrellas lies piled at her feet. She keeps her weary eyes shut, her body swaying gently in the sea breeze. I'll put a jacket. That's really sweet of you, Vertin. What the hell?
It's hot.
Yeah, that chance to flirt went against it. Jesus Christ.
Please move these people out into the hallway. This room's turning into a sauna.
Shimmering sweat builds on her forehead until she slowly begins opening her eyes.
Vertin? Thanks for the jacket. But I doubt anyone will catch a cold in this weather. It's been a while since we saw each other outside the Foundation, hasn't it? I should probably thank you for the extra work you're causing me. Finally, I have a chance to escape the daily grind and enjoy some fresh air. Even though some of the Foundation staff are starting to see me as your go-between. Whatever. It's nice to get away from the screaming patients once in a while. Here, the equilibrium umbrellas you requested.
So now I'm thinking that everyone in this, well, not really everyone, but a large portion of the people in this curtain call, we are inside a version of Vertin's suitcase. Maybe. But anyway, let's just get back to talking to Mesmer. How has the Laplace researchers been doing since the, well, curse?
They are managing, but unfortunately, some were beyond saving when they recited the incantation. The survivors were impacted in 2 different ways. Some looked fine on the outside, but their minds were definitely unstable. Of those people, some were just tired and having a bad day. I put them to sleep. That was easy. There were also people who were severely deformed by the curse. They had changed so much that they were unrecognizable. These patients quickly adapted to their new appearance and began to enjoy scaring their colleagues. Sometimes their pranks would go too far, and the traumatized victims would end up coming to me. The sane arcanists are now more troublesome than the insane. It just goes to show how unpredictable arcanists can be.
That's just human nature in general, Mesmer, but thanks for bringing the umbrellas.
It's no big deal. Just part of the job. Now, if you don't mind, please verify the delivery and confirm receipt of the items you requested. The faster you count, the sooner I can take a break.
You can just sleep, Mesmer. Jesus Christ. Her heavy eyelids slide closed again as she drifts into another dream. The Voice's owner has found you before you could even look for her. Like a trained athlete, the divination genius charges towards you, her orbiculum secured under her arm.
Aha! Finally caught you! Think you can hide from me? Did you really think you could sneak off to the twist ball without the knowledge of the monitor assistant Matilda?
Twist ball.
You can't fool me. The lovely Sotheby has given away the details of your plan. You should feel lucky that I'm soft-hearted and generous with other people's mistakes. Now, if you invite me to this ball, I will forget about what happened.
There is no twist ball, Matilda.
Do you really expect me to believe that?
She sees the genuine look on your face and her confidence starts to waver. Typical Matilda. See, this is why Matilda is my favorite character in this game.
Do you mean that? Was Miss Sotheby pulling a prank on me?
Perhaps she forgot that she was supposed to hold the ball.
So no one was left out. Elle ne va pas se lancer dans une danse du twist fou.
Jesus, she is so disheartened she spoke French. Poor girl.
You'd better be telling the truth. I hope you will come up with a more tasteful event next time. And be sure to invite me. As the monitor assistant, I am obligated to be there and supervise.
Well, there could be a party if you'd like. I mean, you could just ask.
I never said I wanted a party. Unlike you, I've been keeping myself occupied as the monitor assistant. And I already have plans for my next holiday. And I will be visiting my mother in the one after that.
I have news about you for that, Matilda. This is me from the future.
If you want me at your party, make sure it is scheduled after my family time.
Well, anyway, excuse me then. I'll catch up with you soon.
Which is not another ball without me, I should hope. You're cleverer than this 13. You know you can't fool me. I will be watching.
Your direct supervisor chooses the perfect place to meet. It's not too eye-catching, nor too quiet that you can't find her easily. She's holding a medal in one hand and an award announcement speech in the other. Her thermos cup Her thermos cup is left aside.
Congratulations, Verton. The Foundation is pleased with your recent performance. I am here to award you on behalf of the Foundation.
She puts the medal and speech in a folder and hands them to you.
I know you're not a fan of these ceremonies, so here's your medal and a brief statement on your achievements.
Well, I can't express how much I appreciate the help, Madam Z.
That was nothing compared to what you and your friends have done. Even though we now have the Equilibrium umbrella to shield us from the storm, we still have ways to go before we can truly understand it. We will get there, Verton. Slowly, but surely.
Is there a new mission?
No need to rush, Verton. Take your time and rest. Enjoy the company of your friends before you set out again. Don't worry about the reports. I'll handle them. You've been busy ever since becoming the Timekeeper, and you deserve a break.
A red fruit is enjoying himself peacefully in the wine cellar. Its rosy hue looks incredibly vibrant today, perhaps due to the wine.
Good morning. Or evening, my lady.
Right, Apple loves to drink.
Just as expected. The wine on this island is exquisite. This Apple, pledges to personally take on the task of documenting these wines and preserving their names for posterity. They will be called Cuvée Aperon, in honor of this respectable school of thought.
Regulus might disagree with that.
That should not be a problem. She is still too young to drink. And this Apple knows that deep down, she isn't as annoyed by the people and this island as she seems. In fact, she is a natural at adapting. After all, she settled into the Foundation with ease. The Apple is immensely grateful that the captain is always by your side, and there is no need to worry. It should also be beneficial for her to see more of the timeline. But please watch over her, Miss Verton. Her rockstar spirit may lead her to an early demise.
What?
Like other rock stars, the captain's carefree and daring nature constantly puts her in danger, making every minute potentially her last. This is what this Apple has observed in the rock community over the years.
Oh, I should probably be off, and I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Apple.
Bon voyage, Miss Verton.
Laplace's unpredictable inventor is busy building another mysterious device on the island. It appears to resemble a catapult.
Hey, Verton. What a lucky surprise.
Oh, it's you.
I'm setting up a new Goldberg machine. This place is going to be a hub. When a seagull glides over the ocean and builds a nest on one end of this lever, a stone will be flung from the other end, which will fly all the way to... Well, the fun will be spoiled if I tell you now. See for yourself when I'm done. Why don't we talk about something else? Like Laplace? You might want to hear what a mess it is over there.
So, I heard an awakened employee is having a hunger strike, or has Laplace decided on who will be Lucy's successor? I think I'd better know about what happened to Ulrich.
You mean Ulrich? He's still on hunger strike, camping out in front of the committee building day in and day out. He was alone at first, then some human researchers and arcanists joined him, even though none of them could last as long as Ulrich. Eventually, the Foundation employees arrived, pushing a cart full of food. Ulrich's scream of "Traitors!" was so loud that it was hard to believe he could make such a sound. But he also has a lot of work to do, so I assume he'll be there a few days, and we'll have to end the strike as deadlines approach.
Well, thanks for that, X, and I better get going.
I'll catch you later. I've got a couple of gadgets to tune up.
You know your chief assistant will be here, just like she knows you'll come looking for her. That is so gay. Anyway, it's been ages since you last saw her in anything other than the Foundation uniform. That's how you know an actual holiday is finally here.
Good morning, Timekeeper. We have finally completed all of our assigned tasks.
Ah, right. This is the, I believe the free outfit you get after finishing Chapter 7. I think. I may be wrong, though.
The Foundation gave me a break, but I don't know what to do with my free time. Would you mind if I spent some time with you?
Gay!
Certainly. We can chat a little.
Her tense shoulders fall with relief.
Thank you, Timekeeper. I wanted to talk to you about the mission we just had. Especially about Sophia. Sorry, this is about to sound like a work report. I'm not very good at small talk. Can you start the conversation?
I mean, we could just keep talking about Sophia, but I think she just wants to change the topic so it won't sound like work. So, we'll just go with the second one.
I will do everything in my power to prevent tragedies like Sophia's and Schneider's from happening again.
Don't mention Snyder. Soneto, you are bringing up old wounds that Verton would rather forget.
No matter how impossible it may seem right now, I will find a way. Sorry, those were big words, I know. What I really want to do is to keep being your assistant, Timekeeper.
Yay!
For it is my duty and my own will. Let us do this together, Timekeeper.
Well, sorry, I gotta go, and I have other things to attend to.
It's okay, Timekeeper. Don't let me keep you. I'm not going anywhere. We can talk later when you have time.
The green radio is basking under the sun, bathing in its warmth. You know, of all of the characters that I did not expect to get a curtain call, it would be Ms. Radio, but she is an integral part of Verton's team, so I think it's just as well. Since she doesn't have a human face to make expressions, it's hard to read her mood. However, since the fifth dimension's Aquarius is playing from her speakers, it might suggest she is in good spirits. She snaps up the moment she notices your presence, and the music shifts to a four-note motif, just like Beethoven's Fate knocking at the door.
Hello? Miss Verton, what brings you here? Have they finally decided my verdict? I hope my recent actions were enough to prove my innocence.
She shivers nervously, and the music seems to crackle along with her. Of course. In fact, we couldn't have achieved any of this without you.
Really? That is wonderful news. I am relieved to hear that I have been helpful. These past few days have left me on edge, wondering if they would pry open my battery cover, or submerge me in formalin, or even take me apart in search of enemy signals. Thank you for your confidence in me, Miss Verton. So, am I allowed to move freely within the Foundation now? I could use a little cleaning, polishing, and perhaps a coat of wax, if I can find someone to do it.
Well, yeah, she definitely deserves it after everything that has happened, so yeah, I'll leave you be now, Ms. Radio.
In that case, why don't we enjoy a little pampering time together? We could slather ourselves in machine oil, perhaps bask in the sun and let the rays zap our impurities away.
Okay, Miss Radio, that is not the type of thing a human would want to go through, but hey, you do you, Miss Radio. And we are gonna cut it here. And yeah, this is a view of the entire island that we spent the better part of 3 chapters on. This was an amazing conclusion to arguably the best possible chapters to just start this game with. Like I said in the beginning, the first 4 chapters were a little rough because they didn't exactly know how the game would pan out at that point. But now that they've found their most solid footing, they now know how to best deliver the story they want to tell. And this was the start of that little journey, chapters 5 to 7. This is where people get hooked, and if people don't get hooked here, then that's when they realize that the game is not for them. But that's a story for another time. But yeah, the end of chapter 7, and we will now move on to greater things from here, starting with 2 events that you have to go through before you even get into chapter 8. So if you guys like what you saw and you want to see more adventures of Vertin and her crew, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.